If cheeses could talk, who would have the worst attitude?
Brie.
Sounds like a bitch.
She's a total bitch.
Brie.
Brie.
Brie is melting everywhere, getting all over everything.
I've been out of the fridge way too long.
Oh my god. I'm not holding my shape.
Exactly.
What's up, guys? We're dreamers, we're moms, and welcome to the Mommy Artist Podcast. Now let's get creatively unhinged. Hey guys, and welcome to the Mommy Artist Podcast, where we celebrate creative women turning real life into real art. Today's guest builds beauty you can literally eat. She's a creator, a mother of three, and the powerhouse behind one of Houston's most beautiful charcuterie experiences, the Posh Plank. Maria's story is one of creativity, intuition, and saying yes to a passion that even surprised her. What started as a form of creative therapy quickly became a full-blown business, one that's now been featured on the news, covered in local publications, and celebrated across Houston for its gorgeous grazing boards and warm, thoughtful service. Maria elevates every event she touches and proves that food can be art, community, and connection all at once. So grab a snack, ideally something posh, and let's get into how she built the Posh Plank into the beloved brand it is today. Maria, thank you so much for joining me today.
You are so welcome. Thanks for having me.
I'm so excited. And I'm so excited how we kind of knew each other before from Boundary
Preschool.
Preschool. Yes. And like we weren't super close, but I always see you and, see you and your friend and be like kind of jealous that like
Whatever.
I
Whatever.
wanted to be friends with you guys. And then you started the Posh Plank and then your social media started. I was like, oh my gosh, this is cool. And then I think I ordered a board
You
and it
did.
was beautiful and I picked it up. And then literally you blew up.
It was kind of crazy.
You blew,
Unexpected.
I mean, that's so amazing.
Unexpected. But it was, yeah. Yeah. It took off.
But how quickly from like board 1 to board 500 or like what do you I mean, I don't even know how much you
A lot. I would say that the first couple months were the busiest, but I also think it's because we were like shut down still. Like we were
Mhm.
still in lockdown
Okay, this is 2020.
from COVID. Yeah, 2020. And I think people were just like wanting something to
Mhm.
bring them joy, which is why I started the whole thing to begin with, right?
Mhm.
And so it was like I was inundated there for a while. It
That's
was a little
amazing.
scary.
And so was it just you at the beginning or
It
did you
was just me. It still is just me.
really?
Yeah, I mean, we'll see where it goes.
Okay. But when you do your grazing
Yeah,
boards,
I do. I
you
typically bring
but just friends.
actually, so funny story. I got my first like huge grazing table and I
Mhm.
was like, there's no way I'm gonna be able to do this by myself
Mhm.
because obviously it's food, right? You don't want it to like be out for hours.
Right.
So I was like, okay, friends, who wants to help me set this up? I'll pay you.
Right.
And my friend Erica stepped up and she was like, I'll help. And I was like, okay, great.
Perfect.
So she came with me, and Erica is like the sweetest. She this it sounds rude to say like she takes direction well, but she's like, how can
No.
I help you?
Exactly. I love those kinds of friends.
Yeah, she's like, how can I help you? Tell me what to do.
Mhm.
And so I was like, okay, let's start by doing this. She helped me. She killed it. And then I was like, you can't ever leave me. So
Right.
then she started coming on all these board builds with me. And so I would say she's like a very integral part of the Posh Plank
Mhm.
too. So shout out to Erica.
Would you say you were an artistic child growing up?
Yes, that's all thanks to my mom. Like I have early childhood memories. So I was born in California.
Okay.
So we lived in Marina Del Rey, like right on the water. And I remember going and walking the the beach with my mom, and we would pull like these big like gumdrop leaves,
Mhm.
and my mom and I would spray paint them. She would spray paint them. I was 4.
Right.
And we would like make like wreaths with them or like collages with them. And then just my mom's always been very creative. And so
Mhm.
I really think that my creativity totally came from her.
That's cool.
100%.
But she never did it as, like, any
Mm.
kind of career.
No, she's a chiropractor.
Okay, see.
Boring.
That's what I mean, but that's the trend, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's our parents, they have creative inklings, and then but they maybe weren't able to do it as a career then,
Right.
but then gave birth to us, and then we kinda see that, and then we then kind of like, okay, maybe I can do this
For
as a
sure.
career. And then our children will see us and they're like, oh, I can for sure. I'm gonna make cheese for a career. Like I'm gonna make cheese boards. Like
It's so funny. I never thought I would be doing cheese.
and my kids too, they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna be on a podcast." I'm like, "Oh, okay, really? Okay, good luck." No, but it's just cool how they literally pave the way for us in small steps just through showing us creative things and being creative
100%.
around us,
Yep.
and then we just kinda take to that, and so I think that's super cool.
Yeah.
Um, so today, do you consider yourself an artist?
You know, it's funny because if you would have asked me before, like, I read your edible art, I would have been like, "No, I'm not an artist." But I do think this is, like, my creative outlet,
Mhm.
so sure, if that's what you consider an artist.
Absolutely. I mean, the
Y
point of the show really and what I had to learn myself, like through therapy and everything was like being an artist is such a charged word for some reason and for some people and such like an elevated word, right? But it's like, no, you're an artist. The way you place the food, the way I mean, it seems like it's not silly to me, but like your eye for it and your eye for what looks
That's so
beautiful. And
sweet.
you're, no, it's so
Thank
true.
you.
Not everyone can do this. Like,
Yes, they can.
no,
Y'all can
no, no,
totally
no,
do
no,
this.
no, no, no,
Okay,
no,
I will
no.
say though, like going back 5 years, the boards, oh my gosh. You probably one of the ones you got that you're like, "It was so beautiful." It was horrendous.
No, and I've seen you put, like, pressed flowers into boards, and,
Yes.
like, you're elevating it in such a way that it's beautiful, and
Thank you.
like, literally not everyone can do this,
Thank you. That's so
and
sweet.
and then the volume you're putting out and the I mean, it's impressive, and so I'll answer your question, yes, you're an artist,
Aw,
and if you
thanks.
didn't think
That
you
makes me
won
feel so good because I feel like that's an awesome title. Artist
yes,
is awesome.
you're doing edible art, you're a food
There you
artist.
go.
So we're going to touch a little bit about when you started the Posh Plank. You already mentioned it was like in 2020. People were looking for kind of happiness, and we couldn't really go out, right? And so people were having more gatherings inside and kind of like that. So really what made you like want to make your first board?
So I love to entertain,
Hmm.
and we couldn't do that, right? My grandmother died in April of 2020, and I was obviously sad because the way that all went down, like it just wasn't like a normal. If you were to lose somebody today,
I hate that.
you have like a party, not
Hmm.
a party, but like a
Yes,
celebration of life where
life.
everybody gets together and you are in community. We didn't get to do that, so I was like, I need an outlet. I need to do something. I wanna bring joy, right?
Hmm.
Because like, this sucks being locked down and then losing people, and people were losing people left and right,
Right.
and so I was like, "Okay, what can I do?"
Hmm.
And when my grandmother died, people were sending stuff. They were sending cookies, they were sending flowers, they were sending and I was like, "This is bringing me joy. How can I
Hmm.
also bring people joy?" So I literally asked my husband, I was like, "Can I have $500?" And he was like, "For what?" And I was like, I wanna start a business." And he was like, "Okay, like, what's the business?"
Right.
And I was like, "I wanna make charcuterie boards." And he was like,
He's like,
excuse
"Wait,
me?"
what's that?"
Well, I mean, we've always had cheese around,
Yeah,
right? But,
yeah.
like, he was like, "Okay." And I was like, "Okay." So I ordered all the stuff. I ordered the boxes and the honey dippers and got, like, a logo made
Mhm,
by
mhm,
a graphic designer,
mhm.
and I, like, put together boxes for all my friends for Mother's Day, and I literally did not think this was gonna go anywhere. I was thinking like, "Oh, I can make, like, $50 here and there and, like,
Right,
go to lunch with my girlfriends."
right.
Yeah, it was crazy.
That's
It was
so cool.
it exploded.
I love
I was crying, like, a lot. I was like, "What have I done? Like,
I
I don't have
know.
time to do
I
this."
know.
But obviously I had time because there was nothing else to do.
That's so funny though, because I sometimes I too feel overwhelmed and I'm like, I don't wanna like, what am I doing? I don't wanna
Yeah,
like,
what have I
I have to
done?
write to like 10 episodes. I have
Uh-huh.
to do this and this. It's not what I signed up for. And but it is.
It's
But then it
fulfilling.
is fulfilling and you
Yes,
do it and you're like, oh my gosh, of course this
I
is
love
what I
this.
wanna
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
That's so cool.
Anything in life is can be overwhelming.
Right.
Our kids, right? Our kids are overwhelming.
Mhm.
You don't get rid of them.
Did you have a job? Like were you stay-at-home mom?
I was a stay-at-home mom. So
So was
before
I.
my oldest was born, I did work,
Mhm.
outside of the home. And when I was pregnant with her, I thought I was for sure gonna go back.
Mhm.
And then she was born, and I was like, "Yeah, no, I'm staying with you.
Yeah,
I can't leave you."
I
So I
know.
stayed home,
Love that.
And, kids keep you busy.
I did too. Yeah,
But
I was
then
stay
I
at home
was
mom too.
like, I had this like hunger to like contribute maybe,
Mhm.
or like, I
Or
don't
to
know,
create.
or to create, or I don't know. It was like something that I just needed more,
Mhm,
right?
mhm.
That sounds bad, right? Because it's like
No, does not sound bad.
I just needed more. And so I was like,
Every
what
mommy
else
artist
can I
who's ever
do?
come on this couch has the same story.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, well that makes me feel better.
Yes. You need something for you.
Yeah. I needed something for me. And so this turned into my job. And so it's funny because my kids are like, you gonna make cheese when we go to school? Like, or is this your job? Is this what you do? It's
Yeah,
just funny.
I know, they don't understand.
They don't get it. It's fine.
Okay, do you remember the first board or box that you sold?
It was a lot. And when I say a lot, like the first week, like after people started posting about it,
Mhm,
like friends,
mhm.
I got inundated. And when I say inundated, the first week I had 50 orders.
What?
Yeah, I had
Wow.
50 orders and I was like, I told you I was crying. Like I was literally like,
Right, you're like, "How am I gonna get this done, and
I
how do
had
I
like
buy all
a
this?"
10-pack box from like Amazon and I was like,
Right.
oh my gosh. I'm like, uline.com. Like I need bulk
And
boxes.
you have to
And
buy all the food, like,
oh
up
my
front
gosh,
first, right?
buying
Like,
the
before you get
cheese.
paid or
Megan, buying the cheese.
where do you buy the cheese?
Well, everywhere, but buying in bulk, like when you buy like a log, not like a log, when you buy like a wheel of
Wheel
cheese,
log.
you get a lot of logs. You get a lot of logs. They're like, what are you doing with
Where do you
this?
buy the best wheel of cheese?
Well, it just depends on what you want. I mean, we've got some really great cheese places here in Houston, but like also the buyers at HEB,
Mhm,
Central Market,
mhm.
Trader Joe's,
Costco?
Costco. Yeah, for sure. That's my favorite manchegos from Costco.
Mhm,
My
mhm,
favorite.
mhm.
So it just depends on what you want, but it's so funny the looks you get. They're like, or when you're leaving Costco and you have like a huge, huge like basket full of stuff. They're like, "Are you making one of those cheese boards?" And you're like, "Yep."
Yes, I
Yeah,
am.
or they're
Yes,
like, "What are you doing
ma'am.
with all this cheese?" I'm like, "I'm gonna eat it." I tell them that sometimes, and they're like, "Oh." It's so funny.
That is funny. Like charcuterie, or I feel like the name charcuterie gets
No
just
one can say charcuterie.
mispronounced
Oh my gosh.
so many times, and that's funny in itself.
It is. But you asked about the first order. So
Yes,
no, I
what
don't
was the
remember
first?
like the actual first
Okay.
order, but I will tell you a lot of influencers or bloggers or whatever you want to call them
Yep,
at the time.
yep.
I think now is influencer.
Mhm.
A lot of them messaged me and I will say I think that is what like took Posh to the next level
'Cause they posted on there.
because they posted and they have, 50,000 followers or
Mhm.
whatever it
Oh my gosh,
is.
yes.
And it's like, then you start getting all these follows. Somebody posts about you that has 50,000 followers and you start getting follows. And of course, I used to be like super wrapped up in that, like, oh,
Mhm,
I've got more followers.
mhm.
But that for my business doesn't really matter unless they're local.
Right,
Cause like, I'm not shipping this stuff.
right.
You know what I mean?
That's so true.
Yeah.
How do you keep your creativity fresh after so many years of doing this?
That is actually really hard. It is really hard because you start to like do the same things. Keeping it fresh. I don't know, just seeing. I follow so many women that have really taken off. They
Mhm,
have books now or charcuterie cards, like the card deck.
mhm. So it's a deck of cards
It's
with
like a
cheeses on
deck.
it?
Yes, it's like a deck of cards, and she shows like how she arranges it, or maybe she'll do, like, a specialty board, and she'll put what all she has on it.
That's
It's
kinda
cute, it's
cool.
very creative. I love it. But I don't know, just, like, following along and seeing how people do things, and then, man, I spend so much time at the grocery store and, like, just seeing new products and how I can arrange it differently or what I can add. Like, I haven't always added mango, but now I'm, like, obsessed with mango,
Mhm,
and it's so bright and colorful, and so I'm like,
mhm,
"I'm putting that
mhm.
on the board."
I love that.
You know what I mean? Just I don't know. It is hard though to like
Keep it original and keep it going.
and keep it fresh and
And
not the same thing.
but also I'm sure people come to expect certain things from your
They totally
boards, and
do.
they're like, "Don't."
Don't
If
change
you
it.
if yeah, if you went too far away from that,
There
it
are a couple cheeses that I have never like strayed from because they're
tell
so
tell
good.
me about it.
Well, like this one right here, this espresso dusted Belvitano.
Is that Trader Joe's?
No, That's at H-E-B, but they have it everywhere.
Mhm.
Um,
I love that.
that's definitely one you buy in the wheel at the holidays because
And
it's
I
a
love
favorite.
the almonds.
Oh,
What
yeah.
are those?
Well, these are just like an herb-crusted
Mhm.
almond, but oh my gosh. And Marcona, like the skinless ones.
Yes.
So
Is
good.
that what it's called, a skinless almond?
It's
Marcona?
a Marcona almond. It's not
Okay.
like a regular.
Yes, I
Yeah.
love Marcona almonds.
Yeah. No, but I love, like, truffle.
Me too,
Do
the
you love
truffle
truffle? Yeah,
almonds.
so Trader Joe's, we have a Trader Joe's opening in,
I
like,
can't
a week.
I wanna go to the grand.
Are you so pumped? Let's go together.
The grand opening.
Is
Let's
is
go.
it on the
Let's
12th?
film it. So, when you're designing a board, what's the first thing you think about? Is it color, texture, mood, or, like, the event itself?
The event itself for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, so, like, I would say this is a lot of fall vibes, and I know we're, like, getting into winter, but I've been really crushing on, like I said, the orange mango. Like,
Mhm.
it's so
It
pretty.
is so pretty.
And then, of course, like, rosemary is very festive.
Mhm.
So honestly, how I start is like, how many people are we having, right?
Okay.
Are we having 5 people? You do not need a board bigger than this.
Right.
Are you having 25 people? Okay, we need to talk about size, price. Like, I think that's the other thing is like, do people realize like cheese is not cheap?
Right.
And like, I don't know about you, but
And
when I go to
everything
the
on the
grocery
board, none of this stuff on the board is cheap.
No, and like when I go to the grocery store now for like my own personal groceries, it's like I don't leave the grocery store without spending like I don't even know, some
Mhm.
obscene number and
Mhm.
I'm like I went for 5 things.
Right.
So yeah, cheese is not cheap. Um but we talk about like size, how many people, if there's any food allergies, what are some of your favorites? What do you hate? Some people are
Mhm.
like, do not put blue cheese. And I'm like, oh, you guys, I don't know what you're missing. Um, but things like that.
That
And then
makes
I go
sense
from
to,
there.
like, what theme you're doing it for,
Yeah.
like, what.
Is it a kid's birthday party? We're definitely not putting brie on there. You
Right,
know what I mean?
right.
We're getting cheddar cheese cubes.
That's fun. So have you done, like, kids' birthday
Oh my
parties?
gosh, yes.
That's so fun.
And I'm also like, will you adopt me?
I know,
Because
are you doing this for your kid?
yeah, I'm like, you're spending that much money on your kid's cheese board on top of all the other stuff you're doing. Like, wow.
But wait a minute, your kids have to, like, have, like, benefited a
They have.
lot from
They
your,
have.
like, they're probably bougie now. They're like,
My kids
"Mom, can
are.
you make me a charcuterie board after
Well, what's
school?"
so funny is my son doesn't even like cheese. Like, he
Oh,
hates cheese.
well.
But my 4-year-old's like, Mommy, can I have some triangle cheese? And that's manchego. Manchego, baby.
That's
Manchego.
cute.
Mommy, can I have some triangle cheese?
So what are some advice for someone who wants to serve a charcuterie but thinks they're not posh enough?
Girl, you're posh enough. Be confident.
Right,
I said this already. You cannot mess it up.
right. What are some, like, okay,
Tell people that all the
what are
time.
the if you want a small charcuterie, you're having, like, 6 people over,
Okay.
what can you put on your board?
Okay. So you always want, obviously, you're getting your cheese, right?
Mhm.
At least one meat. I have 2 here on this board, but it also depends. Like, are you having a lot of guys at your party? Guys like meat.
Guys like meat.
Guys like meat. Girls, we're into like the fruit and the cheese. We're not
Mhm,
so into the meat part of it.
mhm.
Okay. I always say like the cardinal rule of a charcuterie board is you have to garnish it. So garnishing like with the rosemary or with fruit,
Cute.
spread it out, make layers. Don't be afraid to
Layers.
experiment. Like there's cheese underneath this. You just can't
Mhm,
even see it. You know what I
mhm,
mean? Like this goes all the way down the board, but it's
mhm.
completely covered. I don't know. Just make layers.
Like, just don't be afraid
Don't be
to, like,
afraid.
make it too pretty. Or, like, just kinda right? Or, like,
Well, okay. So
maybe
I
not that.
always, how I start, I
Okay,
love you for that.
never mind that. Never mind about that.
I always start by laying my cheeses first and
Okay.
I spread them out. I don't really like them to touch. Sometimes they do, but
Okay, don't like them to touch,
I don't
okay.
like them to touch. And
Okay,
then
if
I
you could
kind of
only
like
have
film
2
it.
cheeses
Oh, that's a really hard
and
question,
you're on a
Megan.
budget.
Another hard question. Maybe you need a really small cheese board if you're on a budget.
True.
Yeah. I
Like
mean,
some
cheese is
cheddar?
expensive. Sure. Or like Gouda.
Gouda. Okay, wait, so let's just wrap that up.
Oh, okay. 2
Yes. Make
cheeses.
the board look full.
Make it look full.
1 meat.
1 meat, some nuts, definitely some sort of spread. I like fig and honey always.
Mm,
Goes with everything.
I love
Some kind of
honey.
fruit. I mean, an apple's cheap. apple is great with cheese.
Yes.
The only reason I don't use apples is because they turn very
Brown.
quickly.
Mhm.
But I so badly wanted to, like, throw an apple on here because I
Mhm.
feel like it would have gone really well with some of these.
Okay, I love that. That's perfect. So if you're looking to make a charcuterie board, follow those steps and you'll be
I do
success.
classes, like, I do, charcuterie board
Mm.
making classes.
Oh my gosh, tell me about that.
It's fun. Basically, I come with all
The
the
food.
ingredients, and we usually use, like, a bamboo plate, so we do, like, a smaller scale, and I always say, like, "You take this home, and it's, like, date night for you," and
Yes, so fun.
whatever. Yeah. And, I just basically teach people how to, like, cut the cheese. That
Mhm.
sounded terrible. So, I teach them how to, like, slice
Slice.
the cheese, kinda cut the cheese. Oh my gosh. How to slice the cheese correctly, because a lot of people are like, "What do I do with this?" I always say never, ever, ever. Oh, this you could definitely
Okay.
some advice.
Never, ever, ever.
Never, ever, ever a hard cheese like this espresso dusted
Mhm.
Bella Vitano,
See it?
don't ever put that on your board without cutting it. Because
Right.
no one's gonna eat it, because 'cause they're gonna be
Right.
so intimidated, they're not gonna know how to cut it, and they're gonna be like, "I'm not eating that," and then you've just wasted $10.
Right.
Cut
And they're
it,
like, they're gonna try to take a cracker to it.
and it's not gonna work.
Then they're gonna maybe take
No.
the whole thing. They're
Right.
gonna be confused and
You gotta cut
awkward.
it. You've gotta cut it. So, like
Don't make it
this
awkward.
yeah, this blue cheese is very crumbly, so, like,
Mhm.
that one you can leave like that, but
You're right. Okay, so soft cheeses you can leave in bigger
yeah, and
pieces.
bigger chunks, yeah,
Yeah.
pieces,
Okay.
whatever.
Okay.
But, like, cut it. It's more inviting, it's more welcoming, people can be like
Yeah, I
you know what I
agree.
mean? So, that's basically what I do in the class is we slice the cheeses together. I give some tips and tricks and some shopping, like, tips and tricks,
I like that.
and then we arrange the boards together.
So, we're going to talk about charcuterie in terms of like gathering and bringing people together
Okay.
because like yes, the art is in the placement of the food, right? And choosing the ingredients, and I think that's very artistic.
Mhm.
But also we have to think about like the art of people gathering around this board and like the community it makes and the conversations it makes, and it's like it's almost more than cheese, and it sounds kind of like silly to say, but it is. It's like it's about like community and about people reaching out to each other and talking, and because especially the big grazing tables, I mean, you're going to go up to it, you're going to see someone
Of
else
course.
and you're going to talk, and I think that's a super cool element about it.
So, I always say that the table is the most important piece of furniture in your house
Mhm.
because, like, so much happens around your table, good
Mhm.
and bad, right?
Right.
And I think that's one of the things I love most about setting up, like, a huge spread
Mhm.
is because exactly what you said. When you go over to that, there's gonna be people all around it, and you're talking to people. You're finding something in common while you're eating together.
Right.
You're talking. I don't know. It's just we're supposed to be in community,
Mhm.
right? And sure, I love my alone time, but I love to be around people.
Mhm.
And so just knowing that it's gonna bring people together
And it's also like a funny, like, I feel like when I'm always like come up to the board and I see someone else come up, like, because I'm like, if there's food, I'm there.
for
And like
sure.
some people, will stay back from
Yeah,
stay back from the food. Not me. And so when I see a girly,
she ain't scared.
when I see another girly coming in and just getting the honeycomb out and whatever, I'm
Yeah.
like, I see you.
Yeah.
You're my people.
Yeah.
And then but it's like a funny moment too. It's like, oh, you're getting into this too, me too. Like,
Yeah.
and then it's like you can just kind of tell, like, I don't know who your people are by like
What they're
what
eating?
they're eating and like at which fast pace they get there.
She's making a
Is that
beeline
weird?
towards the brie. I
And
gotta go.
so am I.
That's awesome.
Just found a friend.
That's
No,
awesome.
I love that. Okay, we're gonna switch to motherhood for a
'Kay.
few
'Kay.
minutes. So, what do you hope your children learn by watching you build your brand?
That they can do anything that they want.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. Like, I remember growing up and really wanting to be a lawyer, like,
Mhm.
my whole life. And my parents were like, "Yeah, do it, do it." Like, they were all about it,
Right.
right? And sure, that's a great job.
Mhm.
But I worked at a law firm after I graduated from college, and I was like, "This is boring and, like, not for me."
Right.
Like, I'm interested in it, and I think it's great if
Mhm.
that's what your job is, but it just wasn't for me.
Right.
Um, And if I would have grown up being like, I want to make charcuterie boards, my parents would have been like, we're not paying for college for you to like grow up and make charcuterie boards. I don't know. Just like go where God leads you.
Yes. Go for your dreams.
Do it. If it makes you happy, try it. See if it's going to work out.
Right.
And I did not think this was going to turn into this. I've said that 100,000 times, but I don't know.
But what's meant to be will be.
Right.
And also there's a something in what you just said, always wanting to be a lawyer. And then it's hard when your childhood dream or something you've thought for a long time doesn't work out.
Yeah.
But the shift is okay.
Absolutely.
Like, don't be afraid of the change. Don't be afraid of the shift.
Absolutely. Like right now, my kids are saying like the funniest things that they want to be. And if I was my mom, sorry, Mom, I'm going to throw you under the bus really quick. She'd have been like, you could not be a nail tech. No, ma'am.
Same with mine.
You know what I mean?
Same with mine.
But right now, my daughter's like, my 11-year-old, she's like, okay, so I want to go to cosmetology school and I want to do nails and then I want to be an interior designer. And I'm like, okay.
You're like, go girl.
Yeah.
Go for it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But like when you do have this, and you're an entrepreneur, you have your own business also. So you can also be like, well, you could, go to business school. I mean, if you want.
Sure.
Or not. Just do whatever.
I do tell my children, you guys needed to like be your own boss.
Yes,
I always tell them that be your own boss.
Mm-hmm.
Don't go work for the man.
Yes.
It's so nice. There's like definitely beauty and freedom, right? Like
especially having kids.
Oh my gosh.
Creating your own schedule.
Because like we're like living behind the wheel of our car right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like taking them to practices, taking them to school, picking them up, doing all the errands. And it's like I need flexibility in my career choice. So, and I will say, like, there are jobs that you can have flexibility, but none like if you're your own boss,
I love that. And they get to see mommy doing it. And a lot of times it's daddy, daddy's their own boss. But like, I'm like, let's go for the moms. Mommies, be your own boss.
Yeah. And like, listen, don't get me wrong. Being a mom is like my number one priority and job. And I love it. But also, like, I like doing this for me too.
Do your kids ever want to make charcuterie?
Oh my gosh, yes. I actually do have a reel of them making a cheese board from like 3 years ago, maybe 4. It was cute. They were little and they got along at that point. And
was it good?
Sure. I mean, they try, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's fun that they're like getting into what you're doing.
Yeah.
They're like,
Bristol has helped me. Like we did like a mommy and me charcuterie class.
Cute.
And she came with me and it was so cute because
that's also cute.
She we did like a breakaway where she like went and taught the girls like, this is how you fold salami.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
This is how you do this. Yes, it's cute.
How do you stay grounded during busy season?
Ask me in January because it's very busy right now. No, I honestly, I cry a lot.
You got to let those emotions out. I as well cry all the time. I cry a lot too.
I feel very, very blessed that I get to do this. And I really suck at saying no to people. I'm not good at saying no. So that's a problem. Don't be like me. Learn how to say no.
Right. You do. It is like a skill to, like my sister's the same way. She can't say no to people.
Really?
I'm okay to put out the nose. I'll be like, nah.
Show me your ways.
No.
Seriously.
But then people do, hate you. No, I'm not just kidding.
I don't know. I do think like how I stay grounded is you have to set boundaries, but I'm really bad at that.
Yes, setting boundaries. And especially because your busy seasons are when you're a busy season at momming too. And so you have to
it's hard.
Make time for the kids.
Definitely have to make time.
Stuff.
Yeah. And planning ahead and prepping and being prepared, like it helps.
All right. We're going to go into your hot seat segment.
Woohoo.
What is one ingredient you'll fight for every time on your charcuterie, but it can't be cheese?
Honey.
What is the most extra request you've ever gotten?
I don't know. It's so frustrating to me when I get that people have nut allergies, but they're like, no nuts, no tree nuts, nothing can have even been in a factory that I'm like, cheeses have some like nutty.
That is hard.
And I'm like, okay.
You're like, how far do I go with that?
Right. But then they're like, but we're also serving 25 people. And I'm like, cool.
That is hard. No nuts.
Yeah.
Do you think you'd survive a zombie apocalypse?
No. Oh, no.
Did you try?
Yeah, totally. Why did I just think of Sandra Bullock with like the eye? That was not a
movie.
That was not a zombie apocalypse, right?
That was a very scary situation.
Yeah, like that's what I think of when I think of like zombie.
I know.
No, I'm scared.
I know. I don't know if I'd try. I don't know. If I had a bunker like already made for me, I might try to live in there a little bit.
A bunker sounds phenomenal.
But I would not try to go and fight them. I don't think.
No.
I'd be one of the first. I'd be like, take me.
Been real.
I'm a zombie. I'm a zombie now.
Scary.
What's your most used emoji?
The laughing, crying emoji.
Perfect.
Because I have a good sense of humor. Like, I find everything funny.
Okay, good. If cheeses could talk, who would have the worst attitude?
Brie.
Sounds like a bitch.
She's a total bitch.
Brie.
Brie.
Brie is melting everywhere. Getting all over everything.
I've been out of the fridge way too long.
Oh my God. I'm not holding my shape.
Exactly.
What was your AIM chat name?
Oh my gosh.
Do you remember?
Yes, but it's so dumb.
No, please tell me. I'll tell you mine.
Well, first of all, I was in like 8th grade.
So was I. Just say it.
I was like super into Winnie the Pooh. It was
Pooh Bear?
It was Tigger. It was Tigger 0334, and I have no idea where those numbers came from.
It's not your birthday or anything. Okay, what's your dream client to make a board for?
Oh my gosh.
Justin Timberlake.
I got close.
Done.
I got close. But yeah, Justin Timberlake.
Perfect.
Fangirl.
Brie or burrata?
What time of year is it?
July.
Burrata. Okay. With some like peaches and basil. Okay.
Backstreet Boys or NSYNC?
Duh, NSYNC.
I knew it. That's when I was like, I already knew this. Okay. Would you rather make a spread, a grazing table in 100-degree weather? Or
No, ma'am.
make 100 mini charcuterie cups?
100 mini charcuterie cups.
Okay, that's easy. Oh my gosh, you have been a dream guest.
Aw.
I'm glad we're BFFs now. I
Yes.
can't wait for all our plans. You better write them down. You guys, this episode was so fun. You can follow Maria at the Posh Plank on Instagram and just look out for her new stuff. It's so cool. She's a gem of a person. And thank you so much for tuning in. Love you. Bye. All right, besties, my glass is empty, but my cup is full, and that means it's the end of the episode. Remember that you can't have butterfly conversations with caterpillar people, and that everyone out there is trying their best. Love you. Bye. You can find the Mommy Artist podcast on YouTube to watch the full video. Give it a like, hit subscribe, and come back next week for more iconic chaos and creative magic. But no worries if not.